Okay, first of all, the right into Palestinian Authority laws and regulations. The name Red Cross actually appears 5 or 6 times, where they specifically say, in order for the prisoner to have this done and that done and that done, all of these are the procedures, you need the documents by the Red Cross. So it's not just something that they thought of afterward. They'd been doing this and they actually wrote it into the regulations, so that the Red Cross cannot claim that they do not realize or do not know that they're facilitating. In a recent interview, Kadura Faras, who's head of the Palestinian Authority Prisoners Affairs, and he's really in charge for making sure that they get their salaries, he was saying that there's a big problem. Israel has prevented the Red Cross from visiting prisoners since October 7th because the Red Cross isn't visiting the Israeli hostages. And what he said was, this is a problem because the main document that our prisoners need is supplied by the Red Cross. And then he said, so therefore we're going to actually bypass temporarily the need. The point is, the Red Cross is very involved. I would say even more than that. There are times when a prisoner doesn't yet have a sentence that they need this document every 3 months to confirm that they're still in prison. Now, there's no way that the Red Cross is visiting prisoners around the world every 3 months. Impossible. They won't have enough staff to do this. But here they're doing this intentionally just to facilitate the salaries to the Palestinian terrorists who are in prison.
That last part's very interesting, because without that, the Red Cross could simply claim that they're providing a document as part of their routine activities, and this is the claim that they have made, that they simply confirm the status of the prisoner. What a government does with that confirmation is the government's own business.
Yes, that's why that's so important, that they're actually visiting 4 times a year. And there's also something else. They fill out, not just confirming, they do power of attorney forms for them. This is very interesting also. The Palestinian Authority has said that this, in their regulations, they write, this form, power of attorney form that we get from the Red Cross is only used for this one purpose of enabling someone to receive their terror reward salaries in place of them. So we know that these are documents that are specifically used. And I want to even say something else. Israel has declared that these salaries are an incitement, incitement to terror. It literally in the what's called Chok HaKizuz in Hebrew, in the deduction law. Now, Israel has to tell the Red Cross that even if you do this in other countries, you can't do it here, because this is being used to facilitate payments which are considered under Israeli law to be terror payments. And therefore, once the Red Cross is told that those documents are being used for such a purpose, they can't do it anymore. In other words, the Red Cross is allowed to act freely in countries, but they're not allowed to violate the laws, and they're not allowed to incite terror or facilitate terror. And here the Red Cross must be, and they must know for sure, that these documents are facilitating terror payments. As far as I'm concerned, it's criminal. It's a criminal activity to facilitate terror payments. And if it's not, and if there's no Israeli law that has criminalized it, then it should be enacted immediately.